Hello everyone, and welcome back to the world of Viridia. This is our long-term Minecraft world where we are trying to make everything as automated as possible while we build up a city in a forest and basically everywhere else that the wind takes us. Recently we've been doing a lot of work in the Nether. If you've been watching the past few streams, you will know that, of course. And today is no different. Today we are working on the gold farm, but instead of farming resources for the farm, we're finally gonna start doing some real building. We did jump into it a little bit at the end of last stream because like I just couldn't take it anymore. I needed to build just a little bit of it, and we had the space and everything, so we have our AFK spot created. We have a whole floor down for the first level, and we have the basalt in place where it needs to go. I do have some basalt here, and I need to grab some more that we mined up. I want to make sure that we have enough for at least the second level as well. I don't know how far we're going to get today. We're gonna build as much as we possibly can. But yeah, I'm hoping we at least make it through the second level. We should have enough nether bricks down below to do it. We got plenty of iron. I was making some more charcoal so we can get additional torches, so we can make the lanterns and stuff that will go with this. Let's see if it's ready. Getting there. I want to wait until we have at least 16. It looks like we're gonna have to sleep anyway. So yeah, welcome back, guys. I'm glad you're here. We've been, or at least I have been really chomping at the bit to build this thing. It's gonna take a lot to get it functional and like fully completed and whatnot. But like once it is, it kind of unlocks the rest of everything that we want to do. All the temporary farms that we've created in order to make this thing, we'll be able to make them permanent farms and get all of their resources and stuff set up and going. And yeah, it's very exciting time. So now let's check the furnace once more. Okay. Alright, we have at least 16. That does give us a whole stack of torches. It'll take an even 20. And we'll just let that run. I guess technically it won't run because, you know, the devs made the choice to get rid of the spawn chunk mechanic. I personally have mixed feelings about it. I kind of liked the spawn chunks, but I do get it. So, not bitter necessarily, just sad to see a big thing like that change, but it's okay. All right, we'll double check, make sure we don't need anything from these chests. We'll take the iron bars. I do need to put this on because we do have some piglins now, and I'd really prefer they not be mad at me. They are in boats. I should have grabbed the leads. 100%, that's the thing I should have done. I'm going to take the extra iron blocks and these nuggets for our lantern making. Bone blocks and quartz and warped wood. Don't really need. Soul sand, gravel. No, I think that's actually got us. Might take the axe. Just in case we have to remove any of the wood stuff that we put up. We do need to take more blackstone, and I'm kind of out of space. So, anything I don't need to take with me. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll use what we have over there, and if we need more, we'll come back. let's head over. If you weren't here for the last stream, I'm sure once we get there, you'll see why I was thinking maybe a lead would be a good idea. And all of the rest of this is for the various pieces and parts that we're going to need for a first and second level. There's a ghast running around. Seeing if I can see him. Not so much. Okay, that's alright. How messed up would it be if he's like right here? But no. So yeah, you can see we've got a couple piglins in boats. I was going to grab a lead and just kind of drag him into that back corner out of the way. And I am going to have to go do that at some point because I need to build right here. So let's drop off the stuff we have with us. And we'll go back up to the overworld and get ourselves the lead. Could potentially put it there. Most of my basalt is up here. So I guess we'll put the rest down here. I'm hoping this is enough magma blocks. It was kind of tricky finding even that much, so finding more would be even trickier. Yeah, charcoal can stay up here. How much blackstone do we have down here? Still another bricks, literally just 4 stacks, so yeah, more blackstone would be a good choice as well. Let's run over here. We'll head back up to the overworld, get ourselves a lead, and then grab some more blackstone along the way. Get these piglins moved, and get to the building. We might also grab any charcoal that happens to have finished smelting in between this running to the nether portal and going through. Back to the overworld we go. Alright, so our leads are in our adventure chest. Which is down here. Where I keep workbenches and other items that make sense for being here. 1 lead is all we should need for this, I am imagining. I don't think any of the rest of this is necessary, but I'll grab those. Because we are going to be using some of those once we get down to the 2nd level. Let's check the furnace. Grab that charcoal. And I don't think I put any crimson stem in here. I did not. Alright. That's okay. We might have to come back up for some at a point. But I think we have a fair amount down there already to carry us for the time being. I did not grab blackstone. Oops. Let's grab that. Might as well just fill the whole inventory. while I've got the empty space for it. Now, if I'm correct, we should have plenty of materials here for building this thing. No gas this time. Doesn't sound like. There's one. Just had to wait for him to spawn. Okay. Let's drop off these. I guess we'll move these over. Drop off some blackstone while we're at it. And we could even use these as temporary blocks again, if we need to. But hopefully we will not need to. I'm wearing the gold helmet. I did just use a chest though, so that's probably what he's upset about. Okay, these guys have swords lowered, so they should be safe to move. Always a little nerve-wracking. Don't want to accidentally hit the pig one. Or the pig man. Honestly, that should be pretty good. Alright, you guys just hang out. We'll be back for you later. I'm not sure exactly which level we're going to be putting them on, so for right now they're just sitting tight there. This is the AFK spot I mentioned. It's mostly done, but a few other things we could do to kind of fancy it up, so we might take another look at that in the future. But yeah, right now I think it's actually time for some of our nether brick. And before we grab all that, I'm going to put this in here. And we're going to check this, our furnace chest, and see how many bricks we have in here. 4 buckets there, 4 buckets there. How full is this? Still pretty full. Alright. So I've got another full stack of nether brick right here in the inventory. So let's go ahead and assemble that, and we can start working. Now, did we have... We have walls left over, but no stairs? Doesn't look like we have stairs. That is okay. We can go ahead and turn some of this into chiseled, because we're going to need that. Go ahead and grab 16 to start. I don't know if we'll need more than that or not. But I guess we'll find out. I do know we're gonna need some stairs. So we're gonna take half a stack and make stairs with those. We got special versions up there, regular versions down here. Okay. So now, find our entrance points like this. We know we're going to want another brick here. Up to there. And 4 here as well. And then we're going to do chiseled. And then we're going to do stairs. So this should look pretty familiar. Because this is the same style as the Nexus, just different materials. And I can't wait to get some more light in here. It's gonna look darn good. I did actually misspeak. I said this was the same design as the Nexus. It is a little different because of the footprint being a little bit larger for this than it is for the Nexus. That sits on a 36 by 36 plot. This, on the other hand, sits on a 38 by 38 plot. And those 2 extra blocks actually do make some kind of difference, believe it or not. Because you'll notice formula for the corner is just a bit different than it was for the Nexus. I'm not sure how to get this in place here. I guess technically this would be up here. So we can go ahead and place that there. Alright, so instead of having a fancy corner, we just have an extra pillar here, which I think actually matches the theming of this structure perfectly. Because this is more of an industrial build compared to the Nexus, which is a little bit more like infrastructure, civil style. So a little bit fancier of a build for that. Well, this is a little bit more just kind of plain, basic. And those are not bad things. It's just like the styling is a bit different. It's supposed to feel more like a build that produces resources instead of something made by the government, if that makes sense. Now, the cool thing about having already done most of the building up here is we will very quickly be able to move on to second level. At least kind of looks like that right now. We are going to have to clear the second level, of course, as you might imagine. But hopefully there's less material down there to clear than there was up here. With any luck, that will be the case. Means we also get to decide how exactly we want to go up and down in this farm. Which is another thing that hasn't really been set in stone yet. Because it's got the farm in it, makes it a little bit tricky. We can't just like go up and down the middle on a ladder. Technically. I suppose there's a world in which that would work. We don't really need 4 turtle eggs per level. I'm not sure if ladders block the piglin's ability to see turtle eggs, though. And I don't want to mess up the rates or anything. So that's going to be something to research, I think, before committing to that particular style of ascent and descent for the structure. Okay, we need to cut ourselves some more of these and some more of these. So let's run and do that. Take half of this for stairs. And half again as much for the chiseled. And we'll hop back to it. All right. Next pillar should be here. I hear our pigmen saying hello. Hi guys. Can't see you, but I can hear you. It is very cool to have pigmen already. I'm glad that worked out. We might end up getting more. I'm not sure how many this farm is going to be able to feed, but I hope it's a lot. I would not mind inviting a few more pigmen to be our trading partners. If we need to. Alright, we are getting there, guys. And we're past the hard part. Is working around the pigment in there. It's so dark here. Must have had to remove torches here. Would have kept it a little more lit up. And we will have to remove all of these, but we're going to do that after we put in lanterns, so it's not, like, dark in here. Even though the half slabs would keep things from spawning. Still like there to be a little bit of light with the builds. Not trying to be diggy dwarfs after all. And if you remember that song, please let me know in the comments. That is a classic. Okay. Right here. Well, we do have all 4 corners done now. Which is definitely good progress. Once we finish with the pillars here, we just have to put the beam on the top. And then we can move on to some of the smaller stuff. Like the various lanterns we need to put in place, finishing the floor, doing the ceiling. I think that actually might be it. Alright, let's see exactly how many more of these we're going to need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we'll make exactly 4 chiseled. And 8 stairs. And then we've got bricks for the rest. We also do need to put down blackstone stairs in place of some of these to kind of frame the pillars that much better. But there's not a ton left to do on this level. Alright, last one. And now, put the beam across the top. won't be any accidental spawns up here. They're friendly guys. I literally just stepped up on the boat with them. And, yeah, no worries. I've got my gold armor on. So I'm respecting their culture. And as a result, they are respecting the fact that I don't wish my face to be bludgeoned in. And I appreciate that. I probably won't need this many, but just in case. Okay. That's that part done. Like I said, we need to do the stairs along here, we need to do lanterns, and we need to finish the floor and do the ceiling. I think I might actually do it in that order too, so let's get to it. So yeah, first thing is blackstone stairs, and we'll take an extra stack of blackstone with us. Guess we'll go this way first. So if y'all are wondering why it seems like we're swapping out blocks here, we went ahead and built the roads first, and I knew there'd be a little wasted effort replacing blocks. But the roads gave us a really good guide as far as where to put things and where to dig, and really framed out the site for us. So I felt like the little bit of extra effort replacing some of these blocks would ultimately be well worth it for us in the end. Oh, we need to put in the windows too. I almost forgot about that. That's a little bit more nether brick work. So we'll come back to that in a bit. Once we finish the stairs, I'm thinking. And we'll probably go around once we finish this stack off and just see exactly how many more stairs we're going to need. Because the stack doesn't seem like it's going to do 2 full sides on its own. But it is getting us close. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 4 more for this side. So we basically need 40 more stairs. And that should get us all the way back around to where we just left off. And that is why we brought the stack of blackstone with us, so we could make some more. This is why it's great to have a stone cutter, so you can make exactly what you need, and no more. So we could actually start here, and we should have enough to get us around to where we were at. That sounds literally like it's right below us. So yeah, in clearing level 2, we might find that there's just not much clearing to be done. Most of the work we've been doing has been up in, or not in, but like up next to the nether roof. It's pretty netherrack dense there, as I'm sure you've noticed watching the past couple streams. But as you go down, you get lots of voids, which is kind of like the nether people are familiar with. Some land and a fair amount of empty space in between those sections of land vertically. And on the one hand, I'm very much hoping that there's not much netherrack below us, so we have less clearing to do. On the other hand, a sheer drop is also not super fun. Even if we do have the vines to accomplish it kind of safely. And I say kind of safely because, you know, you got gas flying around out there, and then these vines dangling down that break easy. It's going to be risky if it's not much netherrack below us, so on that side of it, I'm kind of hoping there's sort of a lot below us. So we can dig down as far as we need to go. And not have to entrust our lives to some weeping vines hanging down from the bottom of our structure. Alright, now we get to see if we counted correctly. I'm very much hoping that we did. Aha! We did. Excellent. Now, my thought process is lanterns. Get some more light on this structure. And then maybe windows. But we need torches and iron to make the lanterns. How many do we actually need? Okay, 8, 16. So a whole stack for the outside. And another stack for the inside, plus at least 8 for this. So 2 stacks plus 8. That's more torches than I intended to make. Hopefully we have enough. Not quite. So we may find that we have to go back to the overworld and get some more torches. We can at least do the outside. And this way we wanted more iron. And we'll make as many as we can here. So let's craft these back into ingots for the time being. Okie doke. And let's go put some lanterns up. We will actually get some torches back, now that I think about it. So we might not need to go to the overworld, at least not for this level. I guess we'll see. I miscounted. Oh, kind of by a lot. So we have more lanterns than we need. Alright, well that's good. Yeah, I was in kind of like a doubling headspace. But we only needed 8 per side. 8 times 4 is 32. And for whatever reason, I was like, oh, yeah, a whole stack. I'm glad it didn't take a whole stack. I will say that much. Okay. The question is, do we think we need lanterns on each of these? Or just the first one? I don't know, lanterns on each looks kind of cool. I say we go with that. We've got the extra lanterns. And Makes it a lot harder to accidentally fall off of these. Not impossible, as we demonstrated, but harder. You just bounce up on top of that. But thankfully it's not a lethal fall, even if it's from this height. And we can't do that because it's too close to that. So the lantern failing, or the railings failing at this level doesn't really hurt us. Thankfully. Alright, we still have a half stack of them. Very cool. Now, we can finish the floor if we want, or we can do the windows. And I'm thinking we should do windows, because we're going to get some of these half slabs back. So let's put this here. And we're going to need some more nether brick stairs. There's 4 or 8 of these alcoves per side. I actually need 16 stairs per side. So that is a stack of 64 this time. Let's grab a stack of nether bricks and our iron bars. And we're going to cut ourselves some stairs. And we'll come back around with iron bars as we need to. And I should actually need the same number of iron bars that I need stairs. Because I use 2 in each section. Same as the stairs, so if I need 2 stairs, I need 2 iron bars also. Once we finish this and get back around to the crafting bench, we'll go ahead and make ourselves some more iron bars. And believe they actually craft in batches of 16. And I have 16. So I just need to do 3 batches, and we should be there. Don't want to run away from me, I guess. Man, so many gas flying around out there right now. Can you imagine dangling over all of that nonsense on a vine? I hope this is like another act pillar. I really kind of do. I'm thinking this thing probably needs to be at least like 6 to 8 levels. and I have a strong feeling that the netherrack is going to give way eventually. And we'll be left with our fine dangling strategy. Let me tell you, it's a little less than ideal. Perfect. Alright, let's put in some bars. Now, because I have some pigmen here, I do technically have the option to try to do some bartering with them. And if I get lucky with that, I could potentially get a fire resistance potion, throw it in one of the brewers that we already have, and level it up to with some redstone dust. So it's like an 8-minute version. And we could drop a bucket of lava and swim down it and go kind of skyblock style, but in the nether. But the vines are an option too. And I'm thinking it's probably more practical at this point. Alright, so we got our windows, we've got our lanterns, got these done, so we really are just messing with floors now. Which, I'm gonna need some of these. And I'm gonna need some of these. And I'm probably gonna need to make more of the stairs. So let's do that. These should go on the bottom of the alcoves. So I'm thinking we would need 32 of them. We'll stop there for now. And go put these in. I did not need these. In fact, I did not need these. Darn it. I just need whole blocks here. Swap those out. And there's a big light right there, so. What is actually the light level on these? 13. Good, so that will still prevent anything from spawning there. It looks like it might be a good thing we grabbed our extra axe, because this one is just about finished. Now, I could just stack half slabs, but if I have the materials to do it right, so to speak, I do prefer to go that direction. I do have the materials, so I'm gonna do it right. Use actual full blocks. As far as visuals and as far as like game mechanics, it really does not make any difference whether you use 2 half slabs or a whole block. But in the back of my mind, I will know, and it will bother me. So what do I need? 1, 2, 3, literally just 4 more. That is easy to accomplish. So let me grab those. I mean, literally just one stem turned into planks. Nice and easy. Alright, slowly but surely this place is coming together. Now, grab our half slabs and finish out the floor. Is going to make the floor a little bit darker, but it's all half slabs, so that doesn't actually matter. And this gives us back some torches too, which is good. We may need those later. In fact, I can almost guarantee we will. Alright, that's got the floor finished up. Now it's just about doing the ceiling. Now we're not going to make the same mistake we made on the Nexus. We are going to check that these heights actually match up before we commit to building an entire ceiling only to have to rip it down. It's good. Alright. So let's start building this thing. We are definitely going to need to make more slabs. Like I said, we do have some crimson in there still, so that shouldn't be too big a problem. Let's make as much as we can with this. Go ahead and stow that for now. Alright, see how far this gets us. Should be a decent way around, I would imagine. And this roof is basically the last thing that we have to do for this upper level. At least at this time. So once it's done, we can figure out a way to get down below this and start building, well, start clearing that space for the next level. The nice thing about building the slabs like this is they don't, when you accidentally place one on the bottom of another, it doesn't form the full block mechanically, so when you break it, it doesn't turn into the two slabs, it just gives you back the one you misplaced. Once we start digging down to the second level, this will actually be the first time that we have extended one of our structures down out of the netherrack up against the roof. So that is a pretty cool milestone in and of itself. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more of these, I think. I'm actually kind of glad that one section is there, our tester section. That just kind of helps ground us and let us know when we finish a whole trip around. Alright. Go make some more. Grab this. And we'll do that. Yeah, let's stick with that for now. See how far those get us. The thing about spiraling in like we are is it takes a little bit less material on each pass. So eventually, it seemed like it was just like eating materials very quickly. All of a sudden, material seems like it's going a lot further. Getting a lot more passes out of each stack. And it's all good. So when you guys are building large projects like this, do you ever find yourself just sort of getting into a rhythm with your building? Kind of like being in the zone, so to speak? And starting to like speed up and go faster and faster. I know that I do. Every time a stack runs out, I just kind of like... it breaks that momentum a little bit. But it's so easy to slip right back into. Every time we come to that pester section, I think it's the edge, and I'm like, man, we got to that fast. But it's really just like kind of the center. But we are getting closer to the center, so that feeling's not super far off. Okay, how much is left? Still a fair amount. I don't think we need to make as much as we did before. I went the wrong way. I might take half of this. And we're definitely going to turn these and these into planks. I might actually see how far that gets us. No. Can't tell if I got both of those back or not, but I hope I did. Alright. I might try to just do like one stack. We'll start with that. Just try not to make too many, because we don't have a ton of crimson wood to spare. One stack may have been a little under what we end up needing though. Okay. So this is 9. 1836 plus 8, 9, 41, 42, 43, 44, 6, 7, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 54, 55, 6, 57, 58, 9, 60, 1. No, 60, 59, 58. We should need about 58. Almost another full stack. We'll probably just have to do the 60 again. Yeah, it was 54 before the 60, so. But that is pretty close. And so yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. As you get closer to the center, each stack just seems to go further. Until you're basically done. You're kidding me. One slab. I can make it. Guess we did need those 3 after all. One slab. Let's double check and make sure there's not one hiding in any of our chests. Okay, not there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. And nothing there. Okay. I need the 4 planks. Go put in our last slab for this level. Then we can start looking at exactly how we want to go down. Alright, so now the AFK spot makes a little bit more sense, hopefully. It brings around doors for no reason. Stand in here. Just hang out. Let the zombie pigmen spawn below. This is a very clean way, at least I feel, to transition up into the roof a little bit and get us far enough away to really let them spawn. Yeah, I like it. A lot of space up here. And we're gonna need it. There's gonna be villagers up here and lots of chests with various items coming up all of these sections here. And we might even need some redstone mechanics up on this level as well. Just because of the way the items are going to be moving throughout the structure. So, yeah. I'm going to need the space. That's for sure. Let's store these. Got 24 torches. Reasonably sure that's not going to be enough. And we do need to make more slabs. But we're going to start with the roads. And that might actually be the best way to descend, is to just break a section of road and work our way down. Maybe make a staircase from right here. Because below this, we need to go down 6 blocks. That's one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And we do want some torches down here. 4. Of course, we find some quartz. That's 5. And that's 6. Right here. Alright. And we basically want to dig this out until we don't see blackstone anymore. But we should probably do a count. Make sure we're doing it the smart way. Alright, so there's 4 of these that don't have another echo under them now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so from where we've already dug, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33. So 34 blocks in this direction. I'm thinking I will remove that block. So when we get here, we'll be able to see and know that we've hit the edge. Just as a confirmation. Away this guy. And polished. All the polished blackstone slabs. Plus our stack of blackstone. And those guys. The extra iron can also go in here. Cutter buckets, just in case. I'll move the... Place the dirt with netherrack. And actually leave the dirt behind. Yeah, should be good to go. Immediately. Immediately. We hit lava. And of course it takes out one of my torches. Gotta love that. What are the odds? Glad we didn't dig that extra block while we were standing there. Goodness. Okay. So that was 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I know we'll end up removing some of that later, but that's okay. That's 10. $11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. There's the hole we made, just to confirm that we were in the correct spot. Let's see about digging out the rest of this. Lots of gold ore in here. At least seems like there is. So, I guess you could say I learned from my mistakes in former streams. When we see the gold ore, we're just going to go ahead and grab it. As long as there's no pigment already in the area. That way we don't have to leave it behind. And now it's time for some more picks. Now, another quartz is a different story. Because it doesn't upset the pigmen to grab any of that. Let's grab these. Jeez. Okay. We're going to put more netherrack in here. They're on their last buckets. Alright, alright. I guess we'll put this in, and it'll go to whichever one it thinks is the right fit. Alright, now, time to do some more digging. We got lots of time. We're actually doing pretty good time-wise on this particular stream. It seems like a good time to talk about some of the stuff we've done this week. Most of it is revolving around this farm here, the gold farm. On our Monday stream, we gathered materials from the overworld using some of the temporary farms we have up there to get ourselves the resources we needed for this project. A lot of that is the diorite that you've seen in the chest. That's going to be used for roof material. It's actually going to be placed underneath all of the roads here. We also spent a fair amount of that episode acquiring the turtle eggs that we're going to need the actual mechanical portion of the farm. And we do have those down here as well. Likely you've also seen those in the chests. And then on Tuesday, we switched gears a little bit and started working on gathering resources still for the gold farm, but in this time from the nether itself. So we needed magma blocks for the mechanical portion of the farm, and we got a fair amount of those there on stream. And we also did some work building the farm here and sitting in the area to generate more of the nether bricks, so we could have enough to finish the upstairs level, which is now complete, actually. Believe it or not. Put a torch here. And we've got 16 torches left. Like I said, we may have to go back to the overworld to grab some more. But for the moment, I think we'll actually dig out the rest of the space underneath this road directly. And maybe put down the actual roadblocks for this level. We've got a few blocks that we can trust to support our weight. Should we get hit with a gas blast. Gassed blast. Those are the words I was looking for. Whether they came across clearly or not, I couldn't tell you. And in this process, we are getting nether gold ore and quartz ore. Both of which may prove to be handy in the future. Nether gold ore, particularly as decorative blocks, we might have to crack some of the nether quartz though to get what we need to build the mechanics for this farm and make sure that it is fully operational, and in order to provide us with plenty of nether quartz for all the other farms to come. We might also have to run and get some more lava from below the nexus, since the collecting of pocket lava as we dig is not producing lava quite as quickly as we are burning through it. I also need to be careful while I'm digging to make sure that there is ground below me, because as we move further down, the chances of there not being ground below me increase little by little. Alright, and we should be able to go over one more block here. Get the other edge, and we can put down some more blackstone for the road down here. Yeah, we are going to see a few things that aren't blackstone in this row, because the build does come all the way out to the edge of the plot. And that's okay. That's to be expected. With any luck, we can get all of the roads up today, and maybe even get this second section completely clear. Certainly do our best. This one's full. Let's go ahead and make our pickaxes. And then we'll put all of these materials in appropriate places. We are going to go ahead and refresh our iron supply. And our stick supply. And may as well hit our plank supply as well. Okay. Gives us a little much more room to store another rack. I'm fine with that. I am really glad we moved the pigmen. And that was the last couple buckets of lava. One of these should have one, and the other won't. That's okay. Let's go ahead and assemble the nether bricks that we have smelted at this point into their blocks. There's quite a few of them that made their way through the system since we've been here. Unfortunately, it only results in 4 stacks of nether brick. Nether bricks. So, it's a hunger process. I don't know what it is about my particular style of building, but I do seem to keep picking really expensive blocks to do the exteriors of the structures out of. Every nether brick is 4 netherrack. Plus, you know, the materials used to smelt said netherrack into bricks. There you go. There we go. Let's go get ourselves some black stone and start laying down the roads down there. Not here. We have the slabs. We have a stair. We'll need to make more of that. And some polished blackstone brick slabs. Which we will go ahead and grab pretty much all those. We do want to make more stairs. And probably more blackstone slabs. So take this and do stairs. And let's do the blackstone slabs. Probably, you know what, we're definitely going to want more, so let's grab another one of these. Do the basic slabs. Alright, hopefully that's enough for right now, but we'll see how far it gets us. Okay, so we don't have the split offs like we do up there on this level. It's just stairs all the way around or slabs all the way around. Okay. Gonna do 1 and 2, and then this should go here, yes? Yeah, it'll get removed when we build the structure, but for right now, we just want it in place. And now, do the regular blackstone slabs that form the main part of the road. Alright, let's swap these for a quick second. I can do that. And put in absolutely as much as we can. Alright. So that has the road in so far. Now, we'll want to mine down along here. And get this section of the road complete. We're going to start with a torch. Nope. That's wrong. Torch. And we're just going to keep following this until we hit more of the polished blackstone brick slabs or stairs. Can't really tell from the bottom, but the first one we hit should be a stair actually from this position. We do have to count as we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. And we should watch below us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nice thing about having the first level done is we can use it as a guide for the levels below. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that should have us at the very edge. And I do hear the pigmen, so that makes sense. Go ahead and take it back along here. Now this time I don't have to count, but I still have to watch the floor. Not gonna lie, part of me is glad that we are still in the netherrack pillar for this level. Assuming it is a pillar, it might not be. On the plus side, I can stay towards the left, because I know for certain that there's blocks there, because I just traveled all the way down on the left, so I know I can do it again safely. Alright, new pickaxes. And let's run down here and dump some netherrack in the chest over here. Fires are still going. It's about to be just one, though. Because I don't want to. I think we need to go get some more lava to contribute to this thing, so we can keep those smelting, because we're definitely going to want more nether brick. So back over to the Nexus we will run. Go down the vines to the lava sea that is below it and gather us up some lava. Alright, let's grab our buckets. We can leave one of these empty. Let's go ahead and set that one aside. The rest I need to have lava in them. And keep those furnaces going for a while. Alright. I got us. Looks like that's got us. And back up we go. Eventually, when we finish the structure, we'll have a more appropriate means of going up and down. And we'll be going up and down for different reasons. Thankfully, that wasn't too major of a detour there. Running back and forth is definitely destroying my saturation, though. We're getting like a horse or something down here, and setting it up so we can ride back and forth. That would be a good plan. Okay. There we go. We should just have the one bucket, and that's correct. We refreshed our pickaxes, so now we can come back down and finish mining out this back section of the road here. Yeah, once we finish this gold farm, besides AFKing to get the resources it generates, we will probably be spending some more of our time in the overworld, just to give us a change of scenery. Alright. Okay, not too bad. That pick has definitely done good for us up to this point. Only in breaking 2, but it's really holding out. It does help that we only use it when we need to. Now, even if this and the Nexus are both in netherrack pillars, we will eventually have some sort of structure that just hangs out in the open. Hopefully, well, I know we'll have a supply of fire potions by then, because this farm will be operational. And you can get fire potions from piglin bartering. I'm going to be very happy to have those on hand. Going to allow us to do silly things, like go up and down lava pillars to help us build structures. Alright, some more quartz. Definitely finding a lot of useful resources as we clear space for this structure. Alright, about an hour left in the stream. Like I said, I'm really hoping, I think we'll be able to get the roads done around the second level. Almost did a stupid thing there. Come back for those. Because that's in part of what we're moving. I think that's all my pickaxes. It is. Go get some more. Drop off some material. And come back and finish that out. I'll use... Hi. Where did you come from? You spawned down there? I'm going to assume that you did. Also going to do this. Make sure no more of you spawn down there. They have spawned here, actually. Yep, that's exactly where you spawned. Let's fix that. Like I said, I don't know how many we're going to need for the bartering section. I think 4 is a good start. Okay, getting there. That gives us a couple more buckets in case we need to grab lava from down below. And we're going to be starting to fill this up now. Okay, we need to make some more pickaxes. Alright, let's go down and finish digging. Alright. But this time around, trying to very carefully manage the pigment spawning. I imagine it will still probably happen. But if we can prevent it, we should try. Okay. We got plenty of the polished blackstone. Alright. And we'll do as much of the regular blackstone as we can. That's the wrong stack. Okay, there we go. I'm actually going to put round torches here, since they are helping prevent spawns over here, where we don't have stairs yet. Not gonna have enough of these anyway. Alright, probably make a stack of stairs. And turn another stack of blackstone into these. Grab blackstone from here. And that's why we brought more. We knew we would need it. So here... stone cutter. Stone cutter for all of this. I need more of these. Let's do a stack of those. Need more of these. Do 2 stacks of those. Oop. I think that will get us where we need to be. Alright, grab these ones and finish this off. Perfect. Now, our pickaxes, which are the buckets in here, and we can start digging over here. Actually, for this one, strange as it sounds, might actually want to dig right here because of the way the crossroads are. If I dig here or here, on the other end, I'm not going to see the bottom of one of these. I'm just going to see more of this until all I see is netherrack. So yeah, we should do over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, those ghasts are starting to sound real close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. I went a little further than I should, so let's wind this back. My bad. It's literally why I did this lane instead of the other one, so I didn't do that. And what did I do? Did it anyway. So as I'm going, I'm kind of moving the torches over. I'm pretty sure them being in the middle is what's preventing piglins from spawning until we can put down the road materials. And I would like to continue to not have them spawn, so moving them over just seems like a prudent idea. Yep, time for some more picks. It is nice to have these roads already done. Nice smooth surface for us to walk on. Alright, nothing in there. And I'm using this one temporarily for other stuff. We do have our picks, so we're good to go. Guess I should eat some fish. We are kind of running low on food, something for me to take care of in between streams, that's for sure. Yeah, still no spawns. Not mad about it. Also possible that being in the area for so long, had a lot of zombie pigmen spawn in other areas where they're able to. And so they might be kind of hogging the mob cap and helping prevent things from spawning here at the moment. I'm kind of hoping that's not the case, though. I forgot to move torches. Because that means we're going to have a fair amount of spawn proofing to do once this thing's done to get the rates really where we would like them to be. Alright. We are getting there. Okay. So far we have not... Oh, no, 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 no. Trying to protect the torch, too. Whew. Alright. I was about to say, so far we haven't seen the nether, like the outside part. That was fun. Lava pouring out at you is always a good time. Especially when it does not successfully get you. Or even burn one of your precious torches. Yeah, that corner right there, right here, if you look, we're actually in a soul sand valley. You can kind of see it right up here. And if we walk forward a little bit, we move into the nether wastes. So just the tiniest bit of corner. So you can tell the structure like right on the line. probably why we hear so many gas spawning in the area all the time. Because over to our right, that's about all that can spawn, that and skeletons. And then to the left, that's where you get your zombie pigmen, basically everything else the Nether has to offer. In smaller quantities than the other two. But still there. Still no Nether out there. For which I am thankful. Wow, 1 durability left. Okay, well, let's go get some more. Alright, this goes in here. Oh, had to sneeze there for a second. Wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not. Didn't. Lucky for all you headphone users out there. Alright, did it get taken up by this one? Probably, yeah. Producing. It's doing its thing. Now, make some more pickaxes. And let's toss some more netherrack into here. Perfect 64. Gotta love that. The glow from the top is kind of cool. Once I finish digging this out, I think I'll pause real quick and just take a drink. Because I am getting mighty thirsty. Those pigmen are real loud up there. Not that the ghasts are quiet. They're noisy too. And they sound close. Alright. So that's cleared out. Let's go ahead and throw down what we've got. So close. 5 more would have gotten us there. blackstone slabs. Do this one. Alright, I think this will be plenty to get us to the end here. Oh yeah. And then for the actual blackstone slabs, I think we're going to have plenty of those as well. Alright, so we gotta go get our 5 stairs, and we can finish this off. And while we do, we can actually repair the 1 stair up top that we removed for a positioning marker when we were doing this first stretch. Alright, so let's need blackstone, right? We don't have any in there. We do have some here. Right now, we're going to make 6 of these. And I guess we'll just hold on to the blackstone. Oops. Go ahead and fix this one up. There we go. That bit's done. Eat our fish. And I know it doesn't matter which side we dig from. So... oh, I'm dumb. Okay, so technically this is wrong. This, and this should all be stairs. So we will fix that, but later. Let's get back over to the side with our staircase first. That's 7. And this should be the shortest stretch of all, because it's got the corners on both ends done already. Okay, let me double check count. Okay, that was spot on. 5. And this is 7. Some more gold ore. The quartz seems to be a little more common than this stuff. But this stuff still is showing up rather frequently, seems like. There we go. So I was doing some research on the gold ore actually, and apparently if you pick it up with soak touch and smelt it, it gives you a whole ingot instead of several but not quite 9 nuggets. I'm not sure how fortune plays into that. If it ends up being better to use fortune 3 on it to get more than 9 nuggets. I don't know if it does or not. But since I don't have access to fortune 3 at the moment, there's a good chance I'll smelt some of those up to get ingots and do some preliminary trading with the pigmen. To get some of the stuff they have for me. Maybe. If I feel for some reason that I can't wait for something that they offer that I can't currently get in any other way, like maybe a fire resistance potion, I guess that would technically be an option. Not an ideal one, because gold ore is a finite block, while gold nuggets and gold ingots are both infinite. Nevertheless, it might be something that we decide that we have to do. Alright. Yeah, he's still over there. The guy that I locked behind the wall. Yeah, I feel good about that decision, honestly. Going through lava like, real fast. But I guess we are spending a lot of time in the area, so it sort of makes sense. Let's store the rest of this. Alright. Let's keep digging. Almost done with this slice, and then it should just be 2 more. The So the funny thing about this is even though we're removing the natural materials, because we have the road down and have that kind of below our feet and surrounding the site, or almost, we're clearing out the last little bit for road now, and we have the road above us, it feels very much like we're in a structure versus just like out in the wild nether. Even though, as I go down, block by block, I'm technically entering space I've never been in before. So it's just kind of an odd sensation, because like we are removing wild, natural nether generation and working in that kind of space, and yet it feels very much like we're in a structure of our own creation, which we will be eventually in this space. But at the moment, it's not built yet. Alright, last slice. Once this is done, we can put down the last bit of blackstone. And start working on the center portion, where the actual, like the pillars and everything for the build actually go. I know I said earlier, once this is done, we'd probably focus on some overworld builds. And now that I think about it, that's 100% true, because we're going to be collecting the nether quartz from here and using it to fully automate the Iron Giant up in the overworld. And get that completely squared away before we move on to any other builds. And our next projects are likely going to be taking those temporary farms that we made to make all the stuff down here and making proper structures for all of those and getting them fully automated as well. Okay, so I do not have any stairs currently. I have slabs and the polished blackstone brick slabs go along here. All right. Let's put down everything we've got and make what we don't. You have to go around torches for now, though, because we lack the stairs that we need to spawn-proof that last little strip there. I think we might have enough brickstones or blackstone slabs. Brickstone. That's funny. Yep, that's going to be plenty of those. So we need 4 more of these slabs. And however many stairs. 39 more stairs. 39 stairs, 4 polished brick slabs. Okay, we'll put these here for now. And we needed these, just 4 of them. Alright, exactly correct. And then put these down. Okie doke. That's roads all the way around this pillar of netherrack. But now we get to start mining it out, and we have a little time. I'm going to go ahead and do what I can with the pick durability I've got left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not done, but that's where the next torch goes. Nope. I was super close to sneezing there. I know our pollen's been really bad here, so I think I'm getting a little bit of allergy going on, but not too much, I don't think. Thankfully. Okay. More pickaxes. And drop off material. And ditch the rest of it. Alright, and go dig some more. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I remember correctly, this is spaced out the same as the one up top, so it should be a nice even spacing all the way around. Alright, that should be 7 there. And there we go, 7. Nice, even spacing all the way across. Gotta love that. And if I recall... Nope. Just the torches. Actually, the 211s in the center, I think they can spawn in that. The zombie pigmen. So let's grab some slabs and go along as we go and kind of fill those in. So our blackstone stuff we can put here for now. And pop up there. And we got crimson slabs, we're gonna want more of those. Let's just do what we can with a stack for now. Alright, that should give us plenty of those to work with. And honestly, anywhere there is not torches, we're just going to go ahead and fill in with the slabs as we go. So in that fashion, we're kind of building as we clear. It's funny to look up and see, like, structure instead of netherrack and bedrock. And this will be the first time we get to see our structures with the roofing. Which will also be very cool. Yeah, and this time we're not really going around the outside, we're just going to go straight across. And on to the next one. We might actually be able to clear a fair amount of this for the end of the stream. But yeah, I'm very proud of the progress we've made. Not only tonight, but this whole week, basically. We gathered the resources we needed and started putting them to work. And it's been going very well. I'm excited to see this project come to completion. It's definitely got at least a couple more streams worth of work to be done yet. but it will definitely be worth it in the end. We do need to come up with a better system for the up and down, a more permanent system. Because the staircase through the road is definitely not a permanent solution. In fact, let's go ahead and make these. And all those into slabs. Okay, I think that's got us. Go ahead and put this away for now. Finish cutting this and put down more slabs. Alright, line it up. Too bad there's no one I can just, like, hire to clear out these spaces for us. We are on a single-player world, so it is all us. That being said, I mean, we know the advantages this farm is going to bring, so it's definitely worth the time investment. And it's kind of cool to do it this way, where you lay down building materials as you remove each layer of the natural materials. Feels almost like a printing process. Like you prep the area and then like print a strip of whatever you're trying to create. Like slowly but surely you just see this structure emerge out of the raw materials. Pretty cool, I think. Like I said, so far we haven't popped out into the open air portion of the Nether yet. maybe on the next level, or there might even be sections within all of this where the open air portion gets high enough to kind of be there. Okay. That's the beautiful thing about having the slabs down already. It just follows this channel instead of going everywhere. And there weren't even any torches in that section that we would lose from that. So, kind of best case scenario right there. I'm not gonna lie though, it did surprise me. And had we not had that slice there, we might have gotten a little charred. Stupidly, I left my cauldron full of water over in the Basalt Delta, where we were mining up all the blackstone that we've been using for this project. I am thankful that that process will be over soon. Once this farm is going, we'll have an infinite source of blackstone that we don't have to mine up. It'll just kind of get deposited. And now we have materials to deposit over here. In 6 minutes, I can at least finish this last strip. Alright, we have 2 buckets in there and 3 in there. So the new lava goes in here. We'll grab these extra buckets and just let that keep doing its thing. Toss the rest of this in here. And let's at least finish this strip and get it slabbed up before we call it a night. But yeah, I'm very glad of the proud of the progress we've made on this. With the exception of our admittedly kind of haphazard vine descent to the lava sea level underneath the nexus. This level of this structure is as low as we have gone in the nether, and it's certainly as low as we've gone in this particular biome. Although I guess I did go down for the as far as building, we'll say as far as building. Yeah, we've touched the ground in the warped forest biome to get the nylium and stuff that we needed from there. But as far as like building down, this is as far as we have built down. Again, with the exception of the little bit we built underneath the nexus proper. And, you know, either way, I'm proud of what we've accomplished. We've been gathering materials for this for a while. Really kind of grinding away. And we're finally here, we're finally doing it. And that's something to be proud of. And once it is completed and functioning the way it's supposed to and doing what it's supposed to do, there's that greater sense of accomplishment because, you know, we made this. We didn't like find it and take it over. And we didn't build it in creative. which the things you can build in creative are cool. But there's just a sense of doing something in survival that's so much greater. And I'm proud that we've managed to accomplish that. Oh no. So I just realized something. And this is, I'm going to go ahead and admit this here on camera because we're about to close out the stream. This will be something that we probably fix next stream. I didn't go down far enough. Sixes for the first level because we don't have the roof, the 2 blocks of roof on that level. This, the whole road and all of this needs to move down an additional 2 blocks. So yeah, when we come back in the next stream, I'm still proud of what we did. We've cleared a lot of space. It's not going to take much digging to get down the extra 2 blocks and get this in place. And then we can keep taking all of this out. But yeah, we are, next time we're going to rip these roads out, probably one at a time, take them down 2 blocks and put them back down. And we'll do the same thing for the planks that we've already got in place, and then we'll keep going with clearing this. So I guess the plan for next time is pretty clear. But yeah, that's basically all the time we have for tonight. Silly mistakes. Silly mistakes. But, you know, not too hard of a fix, thankfully. But like I said, that's the time we have for tonight. Little thing to fix next time. We'll keep digging with this next time. But the loop is stable, so we're gonna let it run. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next cycle.